Chicago summers have been turning up the heat for about the last half century, and in the short term, we're going to turn up the heat around here too. But first, I want to talk about this last half of the century. This is according to a study done by Climate Central. They analyzed about 229 locations to see how the average annual summer temperature has been changing. And on average, it's gone up about 2.4 degrees for the locations they looked at. About a third of the locations, 75 of them, have seen an increase of 3 degrees or more. Just remarkable. Our increase not quite that big, but still fairly big in terms of climatology for sure. We've seen an increase since 1970 in that summer average temperature of 1.4 degrees. They also looked at the additional amount of warm summer days. And what does warm summer days mean? It means an increase in the annual number of days where their 1991 to 2020 summer normal temperatures were exceeded. So how many more days have we seen? Around here, we've seen a little bit more than a week of additional warm summer days, about 8 days. 96% of the locations I looked at, 231, have seen an increase. So just about all the locations. More than half of the locations have seen an increase of 2 weeks or more of these warm summer days, and 40 locations have seen an increase of 30 days or more. So it's like we're kind of stretching out summer. Now this additional heat, some people like it hot. It's very dangerous. It's the leading cause of weather-related deaths. Heat is by far. I had to go back to 2021 to get the last full set of statistics when we're looking at weather-related deaths and illness. But 375 people died 2 years ago from the heat. That was more than lightning deaths, hurricane deaths, tornadoes, floods, and winter storms all combined. Now in the shorter term, we're going to be turning up the heat around here too. I'm looking at the 10 to 11 day forecast. Today we're going to bounce up into the low 80s, and then it looks like we'll cool down as a cold front comes through. 70s tomorrow, but then look at that streak of 80s. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So this Saturday all the way through the following Saturday, well, it's about 7-8 days in a row we're looking at high temperatures into the 80s, even 91 a week from Saturday. Average highs for this time of the year, the low 80s. So it's definitely going to feel more like summer. After 4 days in a row below average, we're about to change that for sure. Now, I also looked at the Climate Prediction Center, looking a little bit further out at the 6 to 10, 8 to 14 day temperature outlook. We are either leaning above in the 6 to 10 day from June 21st to June 25th, either leaning above or likely above average, depending on where you're at in northern Illinois. And that covers the period of next Tuesday through the following Saturday. The 8 to 14 day forecast covers the period from next Thursday through the following Wednesday. And again, we are leaning above average for this time period. I'm meteorologist Tim McGill.